Whether you genuinely love a podcast in the garden or you're calmly nudged that way when your nearest and dearest does their online yoga class, grabbing an outdoor Bluetooth speaker is the solution. Searching for the best outdoor speakers means finding the perfect combination of sound, size, and safety. Clearly, you want something that can pump out loud, dynamic audio to enjoy jams in the great outdoors. At the same time, it needs to be portable enough to place in different locations. In this video, we will take a look at what I think are the best outdoor speakers of 2021. And as always, to see the most up-to-date prices and find out more information about these outdoor speakers, you can check out the links in the description below. Let's get started. But before we start, please let me know down below in the comments what outdoor speaker you guys are using, and which one are you currently focused to buy. So we're starting. Tell the neighbors we're not sorry is the motto Klipsch came in. And that's why first on the list we have one of the best outdoor speakers that has a great unique design, the Klipsch AWR-650-SM, which has the best design. I can promise that the AWR-650-SM will fool all of your guests, but it's certainly much less obvious than a typical speaker. Despite the Flintstones vibes, it's actually pretty high-tech. The 0.08-inch tweeters and 6.5-inch subwoofer give you clean and clear highs and deep pounding lows. Befitting the rock appearance, these can withstand all types of weather and are particularly water repellent. The Klipsch AWR-650-SM is a true two-way design that employs a 6.5-inch dual voice coil polymer woofer and dual 3 to 4-inch polymer dome tweeters. The speaker's dual tweeter design allows it to play both left and right stereo signals with precision and clarity. Additionally, it can be wired for mono output in instances where several models are needed to bring smooth and even coverage to larger areas. Available in a granite, sandstone, or red rock finish, the Klipsch AWR-650-SM features a durable UV resistant enclosure so you can enjoy clean, clear sound all season long. This stealthy speaker imitates an actual rock to blend in seamlessly with the surrounding landscape. It sports a 6.5 woofer for deep, punchy bass and two 3/4 tweeters for crisp highs. This dual tweeter design allows the 650-SM to play both channels of a stereo signal with precision and clarity. You can also use two of these speakers for a conventional stereo setup in a larger area. The Klipsch is considered to be the best outdoor rock speaker by many because they have a frequency response of 66 Hz to 20 kHz. They also have a decibel level of ±3. Their low frequency extension reaches 43 Hz. It has a recommended amplifier power of 100 watt, but a power handling ability of 50 watt continuous and 200 watt peak. The sensitivity of it at 2.83 volt per 1 meter is 94 decibels. All of this combines to create an awesome sound that you and all of your guests will enjoy. Next, we have the best feature-packed outdoor speaker, the JBL Charge 5. JBL is America's sweetheart when it comes to waterproof Bluetooth speakers. The company puts out several new products every year, and theoretically they keep getting better. The most recent addition to the Charge series is the JBL Charge 5. It has all the telltale signs of a good JBL speaker. The design of the JBL Charge 5 is an iteration of the cylindrical design it has had for years. The biggest visual change is the large JBL logo on the front of the speaker. On the front, the individual power LEDs have moved from the bottom base to an LED strip under the JBL logo, which looks sleeker. Physical controls remain the same with slightly raised buttons on top of the speaker. There are buttons to control playback, volume, power, Bluetooth pairing, and party boost. Party Boost mode allows users to pair a second JBL speaker to either amplify music or use as a stereo pair. The feature is great if you want to play music across a larger area where multiple speakers can help amplify sound. It's also nice to get true stereo playback out of a pair of speakers. Under the hood, however, are plenty of improvements. The 52 to 90mm bass driver is a couple of millimeters wider than before, and there's a new 20mm tweeter. These units both have dedicated power amplification, 30 watt for the woofer and 10 watt for the highs. There is also Bluetooth 5.1 rather than 4.2, but the same 7500 mAh battery offers the same 20 hours of playback from a single charge. And next up, we have the Bose 251 environmental outdoor speakers, which has the best value. The Bose 251 is a favorite amongst the outdoor speaker category. This is a product that's built to produce a flawless sound and withstand harsh weather conditions that can easily affect the product's quality. Bose speakers consist of a multi-chamber design that provides it with the durability that we all want when investing in an audio device. Each 251 environmental speaker features a 5 1/4 inch low frequency driver with 2.5 Bose Twiddler. The Twiddler is a high-mid driver designed by Bose specifically for their latest range of indoor and outdoor speakers. These Twiddlers are mounted at 45-degree left and right of the center in what Bose calls an articulated array. The articulated array gives the 251 environmental a much-needed wider dispersion for outdoor use. This means that the sweet spot for the 251 environmental covers a larger area, for example, your backyard. I already mentioned the array speaker design, giving the speaker the ability to disperse sound at a wide range. What I didn't mention was how much impact the bass delivers. It's one thing to hear your speakers amidst a noisy environment, it's another to hear everything clearly while feeling the bass. This is possible because of the drivers. Furthermore, the vocals are clear as day. They don't rig your ears or distort at higher levels. And next on the list, we have the Anker Soundcore Motion Boom as the best portable outdoor speaker. While JBL and Sony have essentially cornered the market in outdoor-friendly Bluetooth speakers with a mix of models across various price ranges, we always like to see competition. The Anker Soundcore Motion Boom lands in the top tier of portable wireless speakers. Its relatively compact, fully waterproof design delivers an impressively robust bass response. The Soundcore Motion Boom boasts a black exterior with curved edges. The front of the speaker is where the drivers are located, while the back has a compartment with 2 ports covered by a rubber seal. The bottom of the speakers features 2 protruding rubber ovals to keep the cylinder steady when placed on the ground. Performance-wise, the speaker itself draws 30 watts, which powers a pair of 2.5-inch titanium drivers. Anker makes a big deal about these drivers, and they perform reasonably well. They're not Bose quality, but you get more than what you pay for. The highs are crisp and clean and come through with plenty of clarity. The mids are also very clear, and vocals sound front and center. This is mostly thanks to the speaker's generous soundstage, which provides good separation between instruments. All in all, I was quite happy with all of these aspects of the speaker. Nevertheless, the Anker Soundcore Motion Boom sounds very good for the price, and the supporting Soundcore app makes it easy to adjust equalizer to your tastes. Also, do not forget the great battery life it offers. It is quoted at an impressive 24 hours. And wrapping up the list, last we have the best all-rounder, which is the Sonos Move. The Sonos has finally made portable Wi-Fi and Bluetooth speaker that sounds great, but it's not quite what most people will have imagined. For years, Sonos has made some of the very best Wi-Fi speakers, recently adding optional voice assistant from Google and Amazon. But they have never been truly wireless, needing to be plugged in and on your home Wi-Fi network. The Move changes that, essentially taking the excellent Sonos one and adding a battery to the bottom. It's very much in the style of previous Sonos models. You've got a black speaker with a metal front grille with capacities, playback, control buttons along with the top alongside an array of 4 far-field mics. Around the rear, you'll find a power button, a Bluetooth, Wi-Fi toggle button, and a multi-room pairing button. Pumping out tunes next to one another, the Sonos One and Sonos Move share much more in common sonically than they do physically. Both could be described as weighty and full-bodied with a tonality that's nicely even-handed and not bereft of solid deep bass. Since the Move is larger than the Sonos One, it's not surprising that it plays about 25% louder and produces a bigger sound with more robust bass. The Move comes across as a smooth, warm speaker that's pleasant to listen to with a wide variety of music genres. Alright guys, we came to the bottom of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video to be helpful. If you have any questions about the products mentioned in this video, you can leave a comment below in the comment section and I will get back to you as soon as I can. But until then, take care and peace out.